The 2017 team inductee is the 2001-2002 John McGregor Senior Boys Basketball Team. The McGregor Senior Boys Basketball Team of 2001-2002 was arguably the best boys basketball team to ever represent Chatham and unquestionably the best offensive team ever. This team in their incredible season was one for the record books. 12 times over the course of the season they scored more than 90 points in a game and once broke the century mark, a scoring rate virtually unheard of in high school basketball. Coaches Lewis and Kent were not in favor of running up the score and embarrassing other teams by hitting the century mark, but holding a team back with this much offensive firepower was as difficult to control as it was creating it. For this reason, the coaches had to implement multiple strategies to keep the team from doing the damage they were so capable of, as it was a foregone conclusion that this team could have hit the century mark in most every game they played. In regular season play, the Panthers virtually ran over every team in Kent County and bulldozed their way through SWASA on their way to the OFSA tournament. What makes the team's accomplishments even more impressive is the level at which they played in the provincial playdowns. The Panthers had walked away with the OFSA AA championship the previous 2 years and had already defeated the best in the province at the AAA level. Having virtually the whole team return after the championships the previous 2 years, the decision to play at the top quadruple A level was a challenge the team relished. But while playing out of their league, they were anything but in over their heads. Playing in the quadruple A bracket at OFSA, the Panthers won their first 3 games, including what may very well have been their best game of the season against Markham's Milton Mills. The Markham team boasted 2 players who would go on to NCAA playing careers and another to Team Ontario. Following that exhausting victory the night before, the Panthers moved on to the semifinals where they lost 85-73 to eventual tournament champions Eastern Commerce. Eastern Commerce was such a formidable opponent that they went on not only to win the OFSA tournament that year, but for the next 3 years as well. As further proof of the caliber of play the Panthers were engaged in, 6 players from Eastern Commerce went on to play in the U.S. on scholarships, and 4 others played on Canadian college teams. The Panthers went on to finish 4th at the OFSA tournament, missing the bronze medal by a narrow 64-62 loss to Burlington Nelson. Not only was the season one for the record books, but it was a statistician's dream. Overall, the Panthers finished with an astonishing 50-8 record, including a run of 25 consecutive wins before losing in the OFSA semifinals. The team's 50 victories was a record for a Chatham team that still stands to this day. Of their 8 losses that year, 5 of them were to 2 teams. 2 of them were to Burlington Nelson by a total of a mere 3 points, and 3 losses were to Eastern Commerce. University invitational tournaments are used as a recruiting tool, and getting an invitation to such requires 1 or more outstanding players, so for a Chatham school to be invited was a real testament to the skill of this team. The team was invited not only to the Western tournament, but also to the Christmas tournament in Windsor, which they won, an accomplishment that had only happened twice before and not since by any Chatham team. 5 members of the team played on all 3 of McGregor's OFSA teams. Of course, the team consisted of exceptional basketball players, but it also featured 4 exceptional all-round athletes in Kevin Clustra, Andy Fantuz, Kyle Robbins, and Alan Catrice. Kevin Clustra led the team in scoring with 26 points per game, as well as in rebounds with 6 per game. He earned a scholarship to Binghamton University in New York, and after 1 year returned to the University of Windsor, where he was a 2-time OUA All-Star and led Windsor to the Ontario Championship as the tournament most valuable player. Kevin also represented Canada on its national development team, which played in Argentina against former Raptors Carlos Delfino and Luis Scola. Andy Fantuz led the team in steals, was a close third in rebounding, and had a high percentage in field goals and free throws. He went on to an outstanding college football career at Western, was a 4-time Canadian Inter-University Sport All-Canadian, was once named the most outstanding player in CIS, and of course, Andy went on to have one of the top CFL careers a Canadian receiver has ever had. Kyle Robbins played as a starting guard, and he led the team in assists. In his last year of high school, he won 3 major McGregor Athletic Awards. He was selected as the Athlete of the Year, Academic Athlete of the Year, and the Most Dedicated Athlete. Additionally, Kyle was the recipient of the most prestigious athletic award in the county, the Dr. Jack Perry Award, presented to a graduating Kent County student who has excelled not only in athletics but also academically and in contributions to their community. Kyle was also part of the school's Sears drama team, reached the OFSA regionals in track, played travel baseball for a Windsor-based team, and was a key player for McGregor in winning the OFSA gold in volleyball in the 1999-2000 year. Alan Catrice led the team in three-point shots taken and three-point shot percentage and averaged 19 points per game in this historic season. He too was a key member of the 99-2000 OFSA gold medal winning volleyball team. He played minor baseball in Chatham and was awarded the Fergie Jenkins Award in 1997 as the most outstanding player, and received a baseball scholarship to Michigan State, where he played for 4 years, batting .342 in his final year. The team members were Mike Beam, Alan Catrice, Scott Curry, Jeremy Dirksen, Andy Fantuz, PJ Hamilton, Kevin Klustra, Ryan Morrison, Mark Olds, Kyle Robbins, Rob Shaw, manager Ron DeBuscher, assistant coach Dave Kent, and head coach Dan Lewis. Congratulations to the 2001-2002 John McGregor Senior Boys Basketball Team, 2017 team inductee to the Chatham Sports Hall of Fame.